You know what? My sister is finally going to pursue her MBA in her dream college.
Oh wow, congratulations. What a proud moment it must be for the family.
Yeah, it is. But financial constraints, and she's going to opt for an education loan though.
But what is the problem with education loan? Once she's done pursuing her MBA, she will definitely be able to pay it off easily.
Yes, Pratna, but taking an education loan, however, is a life altering decision. I mean, one should not take it lightly. If it is not given due attention and care, it can become a chronic headache, man.
I get you. Also, people often think a lot before getting a loan, but what about paying it off? Yes, that's what today's video is about. Hey guys, I am Prarthana from ClearTax.
And this is Simran from ClearTax as well. And if you have student loans to pay back, here are the biggest blunders you can make.
And not just that, but how to fix them as well. So let's get started.
The first one is waiting as long as possible to start paying them off. Unless otherwise indicated, most loans begin accruing interest the day you take them out. While you're probably pretty stretched while you are in school, if your accumulated interest gets tagged onto your loan balance, it can really add up.
And the fix to that is put as much as you can, even if it is just rupees 2000 a month toward your accrued interest while you are in school or during your grace period after graduation. That will go a long way to maximizing your total savings over the life of a loan. Number 2. Making late payments. Missing payment due dates on your student loans can result in late fees, higher interest rates, and not just that, even a lower credit score if your servicer reports your late payment to the credit bureaus.
The fix to that is set your student loan payments to automatic so that they are directly withdrawn from your bank account each month, ensuring that you always pay on time. Plus, signing up for automatic payments can often score you a slightly lower interest rate from your servicer. So it's a win-win. The third mistake is putting student loan repayment over other goals. When you have a lot of debt hanging over your head, it's easy to feel like paying it off should take precedence over everything else. But do not neglect other important goals, namely retirement, in order to put more money towards your debt. Many people put such a high priority on paying down student loans that they don't participate in their company's plan.
I completely agree, and not participating in the same is a big bummer, Simran. Moving on, if your company has a retirement account with an employer match, make sure you're contributing enough of your salary to take full advantage of this benefit. Perhaps the worst financial mistake anyone can make is turning down free money. The fourth mistake is tax. Yes, not taking a tax deduction for your student loan interest. Under Section 80E of the Income Tax Act, you can claim tax deduction on the interest paid on your education loan during a financial year. If you are not taking this deduction, you are actually paying in more taxes than you should.
Well, the fix to that is, if you meet the income qualifications, download your annual tax documents from your student loan servicer each year and input the information into your tax software or give the paperwork to your accountant. The fifth mistake is not knowing the difference between refinancing and consolidation. Both refinancing and consolidation can be effective ways to manage debt, but they are not the same. A direct consolidation loan allows borrowers to combine two or more federal student loans into one loan with one interest rate, which is a weighted average of the original loan's rates and one of their existing loan services. Refinancing, on the other hand, is when two or more loans are combined into a single loan with a new lender and often a lower rate of interest. This allows borrowers to leverage their credit profile to select the loan type and term that best meets their financial goals. Both options come with the benefit of having just one payment, which means fewer bills to manage each month.
And the fix is simple. Do the maths. Compare the amount that you'll be paying over your lifetime under consolidation versus the lifetime payments at a potentially lower interest rate after refinancing into a private loan. Moving on to the sixth bummer, not running the numbers or refinancing your federal loans. Some people incorrectly assume that federal loans should never be refinanced into private loans. Others think that a lower interest rate on a refinance with a private lender is the only thing to consider when there are some reasons why a federal loan may be better in the end, such as flexible benefits.
Well, the solution to that is, as mentioned, calculate how much you will pay in total under an income-driven repayment plan versus a lower interest rate after refinancing into a private loan. And again, do not forget about those taxes or the fact that you won't have access to federal loan benefits. Coming to the last mistake, that is agreeing to a hard credit check. When getting quotes from private lenders, before you decide on a private lender, you'll want to get a few quotes to see who can offer the lowest interest rate. In the process, many lenders will require a hard credit check or pull as part of your inquiry process. The downside, this type of credit check can negatively affect your overall credit score by a few points. And if you're getting quotes from multiple lenders, these can add up.
Now the fix to the last issue is try to seek out lenders that only do soft credit pulls during the quote gathering phase of the refinancing process. This way, if you ultimately decide to go with another lender, your credit score won't take an unnecessary hit, and even if it does, it will be a very small one. The best way to avoid any of the mistakes mentioned in the video is to be proactive from the very get-go. Taking the time to research the implications of student debt and the specific details of your loan is vitally important to planning for the future.
Well said, Prarthana. Well, now we've come to the end of this video. Do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Also, stay tuned to our channel for more informative videos like these.
Till then, goodbye and take care.